Hi everyone, it's Tammy with Frou-frou Studio, and today we're here to do a guest design team project for Crafty Cat. And we are going to be using the Ribbet and the Croak digitals that she has available in her store on Etsy, which is Crafty Cat USA, and it's capital C Crafty, capital C Cat, and capital USA all together. And you can find her digitals there. She has some beautiful kits. This is the second one that I've had the privilege to work with. Actually, second and third, because I have two. I'm going to be using both of them in this journal. And I showed the pages in a previous video where I was creating the cover. If you have not seen those, they're gorgeous, and you can find that video on my channel as well, where I constructed the cover. So I have been working on getting the journal together, and I finally have that together. And then today we're going to make some little dangles, but I wanted to show you what I've done so far. This is my idea for how the cover in the journal is going to look. This is one of the fussy cut pieces that she has in the journal, and I've just put it on some corrugated cardboard with a couple of little labels. And this one is Tim Holtz, and I believe this one is My Porch Prints. I think it may be Tracy Fox, one of the two. And I have just put it on some corrugated cardboard that was ripped off of just a cardboard box, and I put some gesso on it and sprayed it with coffee and, you know, grunched it up nice and made it nice and grungy. And then this clip is holding this on, and then this is just a piece of burlap trim that I had, and I put some masking tape on the back of it just to kind of keep it from fraying, and I stained it with coffee, and it just wraps around and clips together. So that's that. And then I wanted to give the look of kind of having just you know, stacked envelopes and papers and such on top of the journal. Excuse me. So that this looks like an actual working field notes book. And so that was my journal idea behind it. This digital is from Bohemian Crafting. She has a digital that is called Documents, and it has all these kind of really neat vintage passport pieces in it, and I just kind of cut it out, put it together, and made a passport. And this is our little scientist that studies the frogs, and I believe that's called herpetology, I think. I may be mispronouncing that, but which is the study of frogs. And so this is her passport. Excuse me. And then these are a couple of little field notes pages. These are also a digital, and I will have to look up who these are because I can't remember. But I just cut those out, and I back those so that you can write on them, and then just, you know, stuck them in here. So that's kind of her, you know, her documentation and her little, where she can make her notes. And then I created this CD cover, and this is comes as part of the kit in Amy's Digital. And I put this little, if you open this up, I just closed it with a little circle that you could you know, put the flap under. This is part of the digital as well. And then I created just a journaling card on the inside with some coffee dyed paper on the back. And then on the front, this is a sticker that I had that came in my Cora Cray package. And rather than putting the acetate on the circle, I put it on the card and then put the frog on top so that it looks like it's crawling up the card. And then this is part of the digital kit as well. So that's a nice little journaling spot that for additional writing space that you can do there. And then I think with the acetate being on the card itself, it gives a real cool effect because it looks like the frog is actually climbing up the front of it. So that's that piece. And then this is a tag that I created. There is a video for this. It's in my I Saw It on Pinterest series, if you want to know how I created those. And so I've got it stuck back there. And then I made this policy envelope out of one of the digital papers. And I just folded it and, you know, put the grommets in with the little tie to make a envelope for you to be able to stick stuff in if you wanted to. And then this is our cover that we did last week, which was, you know, the paper bag. And you can still see I haven't covered the inside. It is an actual grocery bag, the bottom of a grocery bag. And we covered it with the Tim Holtz tissue paper and distressed it with some ink. And then this is the stitching that I used to put it in. And Bohemian Crafting is where I learned to do this. And basically what you do is, with everything folded out flat, you poke 2 lines of holes, however far you want them apart, and however far you want them apart this way. And then when you do your threading, you go across and then up and then across and then up and then across. You know, you get the idea. And then you do the same thing coming back down, and that gives you this really neat little crossed binding on the outside. And then you just fold everything in half and you have it bound in there. And I think that's really cool. So that is how we have it bound. And like I said, we have all our pages in here. And so we'll be ready to decorate those as the videos go along. And we'll figure out what digital we're going to put here and here. And get those covered. And I see I've got a loose thing right there. Sorry, I'm going to glue it while I see it. So I won't forget about it later, even though it won't really matter. It's not like I wouldn't see it when I go to put this inside piece in, but you know. Alright, oops, I missed the whole hole. Hope if I get that big clump of glue off there. Alright, so what I want to do in this video, and I'll put it back together for you just so you can see. This just wraps around here like this. And I went ahead and cut it a little long because I'm not sure how much bulk we're going to have once we're done. So I wanted to be sure we had enough space. So you just kind of wrap it around and then take our little piece here and then just clip it on. And then we can stuff all our things back in here. however you would like to arrange them. Like so. And there we go. So I think that's looking really cute so far. So what we're going to do now is we are going to create something similar to this. I did these back when I was doing the December challenge, that 49 Dragonflies and Louisa with Junk Jar Art was doing, and this was one of the prompts. Was to create something, I think, using cardboard, maybe. And so I made these little dangles, and so I thought these dangles would be really cute adapted to this journal. And so I have some little pieces here, and we're going to make some of those. And I've got some little, there's a ladybug and a butterfly and a bee, and then I've got a little heart that says made with love in a leaf. So, and then these little pieces are from Tim Holtz ephemera. Just some little numbers and stuff like that that I thought would look cute dangling on there. So, and then we're going to make, you know, rather than this one that's kind of tag shaped to hang, we're going to make these so they're kind of like tabs. And so I'm thinking that if they fold over like this, we can fold them over like this, and then you know, make them so that they can go on the corner of the page. So the first thing we're going to do is cut them to length, and I'm thinking maybe somewhere around right there. And I'm not really worried about if they're even or, you know, all the same length or anything like that. And again, this is actually one of those I got real crooked there. A piece of 12 by 12 paper that is that looks like it is corrugated cardboard, but it's not from a box. It's from, you know, a 12 by 12 piece of paper that I found at Hobby Lobby. And the reason I like it is it's super thin, and it's also very flexible. And so it makes, you know, really good substrate for doing things like this, because it's not as thick as like a regular cardboard box would be. So let's see, if we fold it in half like this so that it looks like a tab. Kind of smushing it too, not so that it takes all of the cardboard effect away from it, but just to smush it down a little bit. And then what I did on this one is this little piece of color right here is just a little torn off piece of paper that I stuck on there. And so I think what I'll do is get something that has some color in it. Out of Amy's papers here. I don't want to waste a whole page, but I think I have a drop piece. No, I don't want to use that one either. I'm being stingy. This one doesn't really have any. It's not like I can't go print these again if I Let's use this one that has some print on it. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. I'm trying to get some videos done. The hubby's down watching hockey. It's hockey than NASCAR, so I'd rather be up here crafting. And watching those, so I'm going to take this time and okay, so the way I do this is I just put some glue on here, and then I'm going to take this little piece of paper and just kind of smush it down so that it kind of goes down in the little creases. And we'll wrap it around. Put way too much glue on there. And this, you know, this just gives it a little bit more character. You definitely don't have to do this part if you don't want to. It's just... I just like the way that looks. And just take my nail and kind of squish it down in the little grooves. So now we have this. So then I'm going to ink one of these. And actually I'm going to go ahead and ink all of them. And that way we won't have to pause while I'm inking all of these. Or not pause, but you won't have to wait on me to do them one at a time. You may hear my clock ticking. Normally I move it, but I forgot to this time, so it's sitting on top of my shelf, so you may hear it clicking because it's just an old-timey alarm clock that you wind up. Okay, so I'm going to take my little bitty hole punch and punch a hole. Actually, I think I want to punch it through both sides. Just make sure you get it far enough off the edge that it's not going to... Sorry if my head's in the frame there. Okay, and then we can take our... Oh, we got to punch these too, don't we? Go ahead and punch all of them. It's hard to tell where the hole is on this one. Ooh, I may have got that one too close. May have to get another one for that. Okay. You go ahead and do all these two, and then we can add the paper. I just love adding little dangle pieces off my journals. I think it's makes them so cute. And it's just another kind of interactive piece. Okay, so that should be all of our punching. Now, we're going to take our ball pen, stick it in there, and then we're going to add a charm. Actually, we're going to add the paper first, label. Then we're going to add the charm. And then when we add it on our page, we'll have a cute little dangle. Now you can also, if you want to, take a little piece of string or something, and actually I might do that. Let's get them all done, and then I have some of that eyelash thread that is green. That would look really cute with this journal. I might get that here in a minute and put some of that on there. Again, we're just going to glue the paper on. Like that. Put this through, maybe. Nope, backwards. Put one of our labels on. One of our little charms. And I got these charms at Joann's. They're Hildy and Joe, I think is the name of it. And they very often have them on sale where you can like buy two, get one free or something like that. And that's usually when I get them. They don't have a whole lot to choose from, but they do, if you do botanical stuff, they have a lot of you know, the bugs and the butterflies, and they have hearts and stuff like that. So we're gonna oh, and I forgot that we're gonna put these little clips on here too, just another added little piece of decoration. They don't really serve a purpose other than cuteness purpose. Oh, and I need to do something to the back of those tags too. That's way too white. Just put some vintage photo on the back of it and it should be good. Do the rest of them while Okay, where were we? Oops. Get in there. Like I said, you don't have to do this part. It's pretty fiddly. And you could probably do it too while it's one big piece instead of doing each little piece like I'm doing here. Like, do it before you cut it up in strips. Just go down through there and put, you know, some paper, some tissue paper, napkin would work. You know, anything like that that you can kind of smush down in the grooves. Yeah, that one I got kind of close to the edge. We're probably going to have to end up replacing that one with another one. Washi tape. You could also use washi tape. There's that one. Couple more here. Oh, that one's already got. It's already got our couldn't see the ball pin on the black glass mat. Okay, and the last one. Get my little scissors and trim that off. Okay, so there's that. Put these over here in my little scrap bin. So we've got them all put together. they look like. I forgot to put the clip on this one. So now let me grab that eyelash trim, and we'll put that on there and leave those out and see how that looks. Okay, this is it, and I wish I could tell you where to get it, but I got it at a thrift store, so I'm not even sure where it's available. But this particular one is green, and it has like some coppery looking threads in it too. I think I hung that one backwards. I did. I was trying to be so careful. To do them all right, and I didn't. No, I can't pick that up. Well, that's still not right. Dork. Being a dork. I bet y'all were yelling at me. How to make it complicated. I still have it backwards. Can you believe that? I'm gonna do it right this time, guys. I think I am. Okay. Now we're good. Then I'm just gonna take a little piece of this. I don't want it to be anything too bulky or overwhelming, but I thought maybe this would look cute. Just tie it on there. Yeah, I like that, I think. Might be a little long, but we'll leave it long for the moment, and then if we need to change it, we will. I think I've actually done every one of these backwards. No, maybe not. We might be okay. Okay. If they are, we will fix that at a later date. The one thing about this stuff is it is hard to tie because it's hard to, with all the extra strings, it's hard to figure out Which one is the main one? Oh, now I've lost the end of the string. There we go. Okay. Oh, I'm all thumbs today. I did some fussy cutting last night and my hands are not wanting to work today. Really. Okay. Now, let's decide where we're going to put them in our journal. I think I'm going to put them on plain pages. So let's start at the back. And in the back, I'm going to put the one that says Made with Love. So it's in the very back. So what we will do is we will put it on the page like so, and I'll make this one, the longest one. I don't want it that far in. And it's still going to be, here, we'll glue one on. It's still going to be inside the cover, I think, which is good. We're going to try one with art glitter glue and see if that'll hold it. I think it will. Like I said, it's not really very thick cardboard. Yep, it's still going to be inside the cover. Great. Okay, and now I'm going to go to the front and do one at the top. And then I can establish where I want the others based on the one on the top and the one on the bottom. Okay. In the middle, where's my middle? There's my middle. Okay, so there's top, bottom, middle, and so we've got 2 left, and so what we'll do now is we'll put one that is in between the top and the bottom. Think about right here. Okay, and then we need one about right here. Yeah, about right here. And it will go about right there. And there we go. And that ladybug is backwards. But I think that's the only one. I think the rest of them are not ladybug, bee. The bee. But we can get that fixed. Alright. So that's what we're looking at. Put my pin in there. Put my clip back on. And have clips on all the rest of them. No, put my clip back on this one. very cute. I like the way that turned out. Hope you guys can see that. I'll try to raise it up. It gives a very cute look. So when we put it back together, stick all our things back in here. And there's where we are so far. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope you'll try some dangles. Like I said, I think they're really cool interactive piece on your journals, and they just kind of give it kind of a whimsical kind of look. Next video, I believe we are going to be working on getting those inside front and backs covered and some pockets or something to put on the inside. So I hope you'll join me for this series. Again, you can find these digitals at Crafty Cat USA on Etsy. And thanks, Amy, for letting me do this. I'm really enjoying working with these digitals, and I can't wait to see how it turns out in the end. So until the next time, everybody stay safe, stay healthy. Bye.